rules from me, especially when the Eagles beat your Cowboys and you still get your cup of coffee. Shame on you.
Coffee's coffee.
Okay, well, he's a Giants fan. No, a Jets fan. He's okay.
I still get my free Eagles coffee.
You get your free Eagles coffee.
Right.
So I got friends who hate the Eagles and love the Cowboys, but guess what? If the Eagles win, they get in line for a free cup of coffee. So if you drive a little further north, you get the Penn State coffee, and that's better. Then, okay. See, I'm in Allentown, and if you go to the next county north, it's not based on the Eagles, it's based on Penn State. Yes.
Morning.
So certain county, I mean, if you're around Philadelphia, you get the free coffee when the Eagles win, but if you're outside of Philadelphia and it turns into Penn State country, you have to get free coffee with Penn State. Wow, we got a good crowd. Awesome. Welcome, welcome.
No.
Yeah, we're in the back. What's in there? Milk?
Yes, ma'am.
So where are we from?
Yeah.
Oh, you're here? Princeton. Nice. Right here. Right here? Nice. And how you doing? I'm Brian. What store you? What store you? Yeah, I was already talking to the guys in the back. The later you get, the closer to the front. Huh? All over. Your floater?
Yeah.
I already told.
Okay. That was Jennifer Parks.
Jennifer's not coming back. On the bigger and better things. So I don't think I'm sending an email. I'm not. Don't know if any. There's goofy enough stuff going on in HR. I really don't want to put anything out there. You know what I mean? And I don't know if it's good or bad. I don't know. I'm so. I try to be removed from the situation, but I'm trying to be smart too. If someone told me to do it or not, I'm just going to just. You know what I mean? Which is fine. You tell them. If I need to tell somebody, you say, "Hey, Brian, why don't you call this guy?" We get going? Yep. All right. Well, welcome everyone. Thank you for getting up early, driving however far you had to drive. She had to drive real far. You had to drive real far to get here, right? You guys right around the corner, but no, I'm kidding. So thank you for everybody getting here. I appreciate it. I promise you will get something out of this training. We're going to talk a little bit today about promos, just to go over high level. I know you already know, but gives you a quick opportunity to refresh your memory, ask any nuanced questions you might be having, and then we're going to get into actual sales training, okay? Just so you know my background, I've done outside business selling. I've sold phones for years. I used to work for Verizon on a B2B team where I was out knocking on doors and talking to businesses and stuff like that. So I've done a lot of sales. I've done a lot of sales training. I've managed stores for Verizon and for Sprint, and I've been doing the indirect stuff for quite a while. So I've done a lot of trainings. I've seen a lot of trainings, and I've taken what I've learned from the textbooks and things like that and put it in a little deck. I'm going to give you a high-level overview. We're going to do a little bit of role-playing. We'll give you some good skills and tactics on how to handle certain things when you're with the customer. Now, what we're going to learn today is all going to sound awesome. It's going to be fun. It's going to make sense. But what you need to do as a salesperson is take that back to your store and try it and practice it, because it's really easy to see this and say, oh, that makes sense. It's good. And then you go back to your stores and do what you've always done. And not that what you were doing is bad, but you take these little things and you create a better skill set for yourself, so you're a much better and more informed salesperson. Okay? So I'm Brian. You guys know Steve or Benny, and I know some of you guys have Nicole, but some of us have to go still make the donuts. So Nicole's out there working and hitting some other doors. So does anybody have any questions real quick? Does everybody know everybody? I know some people kind of come from far away. Do you think it's a good idea to kind of introduce and say the stores? Why don't you start here, your name and the store you work for, because I know some people are new and you may not know the Trenton team, or people from Trenton don't know the Bridgeton team. So why don't we start with you and just name and store, and then we'll keep going. You don't have to, just Crystal. Everybody else can say.
My name is Jonathan and I work here.
Okay.
My name is Monse, I'm here, from Brixton. I'm not from Brixton.
Yeah, good.
My name is Here's the boss.
Oh, that's right. Nice.
My name is Idalia and I work in the Chinese store.
Okay.
My name is Jessica from Chinese store.
Nice, okay, and, Benny supports our doors in Delaware, okay? And everybody should know Steve, because he does the South Jersey area. Does anybody know John? John? No, we don't know. Well, then we'll just leave him in the back, we're good. Okay, so let's get started, okay? So, please, this is not a presentation, it's a conversation. You have questions, you wanna just shout something out, go ahead. We're, as a team and a family, going through this. We'll do a little quick role plays, maybe you stand up, maybe you come up front. We'll play it by ear, but we'll go through some stuff real quick. So, just real quick, we're gonna refresh your memory on the new rates and the new stuff we got for Q4, all right? This was effective for 1, or 10/1. So remember, we got the $30 rate plan for auto top up. You get 2 gigs of data with the ability to grow your data up to 5 gigs, which is awesome. 35 for 2 gigs, which is nice, right? 35 used to be 35 for 1. Now you get 2, the opportunity to grow again to 5 gigs. 45 for 5 stayed the same, but the big one is the 60 for unlimited. I know some people here have, depending on where you are, you may or may not have the trial, which only goes for till the middle of November, where it's 55. So if you have the trial market, you have 55 for unlimited, but if you don't, still, huge value at the unlimited for $60, and we should be kicking butt with that, which is an awesome plan, okay? Just a quick, can anybody see that? Let me see if I can focus a little better. You tell me, because you guys are in the back. Is that better? Is that good? Fix it. Turn it.
It's an eye chart, but it's okay.
There you
All right, cool. So, just as a reminder, $60. The big thing, right, that we're talking about is the growing data. So, how many payments does it take for someone to get an extra half a gig of data? How many on-time payments? What if they miss a payment in the middle? They have to start all over again? No. It's 3, it's correct. It's 3 on-time payments. If they miss a payment by being late, that's okay. We get them as soon as they get the 3 payments on time. They get the half a gig with the ability to get an extra 3 gigs. So you get a half a gig each time. So over the course of 18 on-time payments, you've got this great plan. Unless you're on the unlimited, of course, which you don't need to worry about anything. You're unlimited. It's easy. Auto top up. Save an extra $5. You get 2 gigs of data for $30. Just give them your credit card, and you're guaranteed, because it's auto top up, you get that 5 gigs periodically, because we're going to take the money from them automatically. All right. All right. So just a couple questions. I think we know all this stuff, but I'm not going to go through all these questions. I'm just going to look for some of the ones that are tricky. Will customers on existing plans automatically receive growing data? That's question 3. All right. Can you read the answer for answer 3, please?
No, existing customers must switch to a growing data plan.
Right. So customers on the 35 for 1 or the 45 for 5 may think they have growing data. They do not, unless you help them change the rate plan. I want to make sure you're aware of that. There's another little nuance to this. If a customer is on the 35 rate plan, growing data, and they up to the $45 rate plan, they'll be able to take the growing data with them. But if they're on the $45 rate plan and they're getting 5, and then they earned it up to 8, and say, you know what, I don't need 8, I don't need 5. Let me take my growing data back down with me to the 35 for 2, and I'll have 5 at the 35. You lose it. So you lose your growing data if you go down, but you'll maintain it if you go up. Does that make sense? There might be a question in there, but I wanted to make sure you were aware of that, so that you don't have people trying to play it. And who knows what we're going to have in 18 months anyway. I mean, so we're talking 18 months in the future. Hopefully these rate plans are so strong, they stick around for a year and a half, but if they don't, we might have different rules. But that's kind of the formula we got right now, all right? Just some more facts. Can existing shrinkage and 2G 2 gig for life customers keep the rewards when switching? No. So if we gave somebody that extra 2 gigs, they can't keep it. They can keep it, but if they want to do the growing data because there's more data, you have to weigh that out and ask the right questions and change them to the rate plan. If a customer performs a device swap, will they lose their earned growing data? No. They can do ESN changes and upgrades and they'll keep that growing data. All right. Does existing $30 boost up plans earn growing data? They're eligible but need to move to the new plan, which we talked about that. Are all daily plans and monthly plans eligible for growing data? What's the answer? What's the answer on the daily and monthly? No. Right? No, they're not eligible. They got to be on these rate plans. Is the $60 boost unlimited plan unlimited? Unlimited, right? It's easy. All right. Just some highlights on the phones. Again, these are the hot phones this month for this promo. And this promo goes to 1-3. So this is awesome. The fact that we've got all those phones eligible for on promo is great. I think the Alcatels are a welcomed addition to our phone selections. Has anybody had any success selling Alcatels? Working good? People loving them? Good. That's what we want to hear. So as you can see, the promotional price is available for customers at $19.99. I'm not going to run through the list. You can see them. But to get the promotional price, for example, the Alcatel One Touch Elevate is $19. That is for new customers or upgrade eligible customers who've been with us for 60 days or longer. If they're coming in and just buying a handset because they just broke it 15 minutes ago, then that phone's $99, right? And if you look, the Stylo is only $99 for new customers. So you $99, new customers, you can't beat that for a $200 phone. All right. Any questions there?
Brian,
Yes.
how do we respond to the customer that asks, is the unlimited plan really unlimited?
I don't know how do we do that. Of course, it is. It's truly unlimited. All right. So there will be some terms and conditions in the writing, but it's the exact same verbiage that Metro is using. So anybody that's abusing it, maybe they're running a business, maybe they jacked up their Android device and turned it into a hotspot illegally, right? Which I don't know that any of our customers do it, but if they do, and they start running up the 100 and 150 gig or whatever that number is, whatever abusive use is, we reserve the right to cut them off. But we're not going to say that to the customer, right? That's what we say to them if they come in and say, hey, what's going on? I got a text from Sprint saying, or Boost saying that, well, you must be using way too much, right? I mean, there's reasonable use, you know? So just keep that in the back of your mind. But chances are if someone's getting that text, they're doing something a little fishy. Did you turn it into a hotspot? Are you running your family's Wi-Fi off of the Boost Unlimited network? So, and again, just a couple things. How do I verify the customer is 60 days with Boost? You go into the customer's My Account, you look for activity over the 60 to 90 day, and that means they're active for 60 days. That means they're eligible for the promotional price, right? We know that, but I just wanted to highlight that. Are certified pre-owned devices eligible? No, they are not for the promotional price, all right? And then we got the port-in credit, which is even better. So the prices we just gave you for $19, $29, or $99 can be combined if a customer ports in from anywhere that's outside the Sprint MVNO family, an extra $50, bringing the phone to free. So you got the Tribute, the Tribute 2, the Nokia, they're all free. The Volt 2 is only $29. That's a monster phone. And the Stylo is $50. $50 for the port-in. We should be selling those things like crazy when they're available. I know it's a tough phone to get sometimes, but when they're available, they should be out the door that day. So, any questions there? Easy stuff, right? We're flying along. All right. Is this combinable with other promos? Yes, it's combinable with discounts. That's the port-in. RC, you know what? I forgot to mention. Just so you know, new customers porting in, all other devices, the bottom line right here, all other devices are eligible for the $50 off promo if they port in. So if you have some older phones laying around, right? I don't know, I saw a BlackBerry the other day, right? And the guy couldn't give it away, right? He's selling it for free, but he was able to sell it. Says, hey, I'm not $50 off of this price and turn it into free. All of a sudden, now's a great time to get rid of some of your older inventory you haven't been able to get rid of before because there's never a promo price. Now you can knock $50 off. Any phone has a port-in number. You can knock $50 off of your price. Okay. Keep that in mind. That's a huge advantage over the holiday. And again, what's the port-ins are only for non-Sprint MVNOs, so it has to be so it can't be Virgin, can't be Palo, can't be Sprint, or what's another MVNO? I can't remember. H2O? No. What's another MVNO from Sprint?
Straight Talk is some of them. Cricket,
Yeah,
Cricket a little bit.
But you do have a tool. Is everybody familiar with the tool? There you go. As long as you're familiar with it. So where's the tool?
The Sprint
Did it
Photo,
work?
Yeah.
it's managed.
Manage. Very good. Thank you. Good job. All right. So any other questions on the promos? No? Well, here's the fun part. I just want to make sure everybody was clear, and you were. Now we're going to get into Sales 101. This is the meat. This is why we're here. We're going to learn. And in our daily days, every day, we should be learning, right? And even the best salespeople, even the guys that do this for a living, that are getting in the streets and selling $250,000 software systems, and selling mortgages and do this. They go back to get sales training all the time. So this is a great opportunity for you guys to kind of get some basics, stuff that you're already doing, and then kind of fine tune it. So Sales 101. This is just basics, retail selling. We're just going to start from the beginning. So just some things that successful salespeople do. All right. Can you read the first few bullets for me, please? You can't see? I thought I had bad eyes. I'll read it. Can anybody read that? I apologize. First line.
Those who maintain a positive attitude,
Keep going. You can read. Go.
those who learn and then practice certain sales techniques,
Mm-hmm.
those who understand their role in the company, salespeople who listen to their prospects,
Right.
individuals who know the product they sell, who know the product they sell, salespeople who learn to manage their time and set priorities, those who consider themselves problem solvers, those proud to be involved in the selling.
Sorry. I'll make it a little bigger. Is that focus for everybody? The focus? I need glasses, so that looks good to me, but if it doesn't, you see it, Steve? You read?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Who can read the unsuccessful side? Who can read that? Can someone help me? There'll probably be there's an extra ticket in for you. You can read it. Read it for me.
The videos avoiding negative action, those who help learn and apply, providing sales techniques, those who estimate their future as salespersons, those who do all the talking and never learn a customer's needs, salesperson who do not bother learning products, features, and benefits, individuals who are more interested in their commissions than their profits, and salespeople who refuse to learn from their mistakes.
Thank you. So those are just some things that we're going to be talking about. And again, I'll read about the difference between effective and ineffective salesperson is usually a matter of sensitivity, sincerity, attitude, selling skills, always can be learned. All right. So you guys are all good salespeople, but we're just going to keep going in that direction. So here's a couple things. Here's the basic steps to sales, right? So when a customer comes in, we greet that customer, right? We qualify, we ask some questions. What brings you in today? What can I do to help you? What are you looking to do with your phone? All right. Then we present our product to them. All right. Then, as they come back to us with objections, we're going to talk about handling objections. And then I think the most important thing, I think most will agree, close. We have to close on the sale. We have to make sure we're asking for the sale and not putting it in the hands of the customer to think, well, let me think about it. Okay, you can think about it, but you have just, we're going to move forward and help you think about it. All right. So those are the 5 steps. All right. And as we go, we're going to talk about greeting the customer. So greet the customer, think of a welcome. So when should you greet the customer? Who can help me out there? As soon as they walk in the door. What happens when the store's busy? right? You're sitting here and you're working with a customer, and you have 3 salespeople in your store, 2 salespeople in your store, and you're working with a customer. Everybody's got somebody taking payments. It's that Friday, right? It's that Friday when people got paid. And you still greet them. How can we do that? How do we greet a customer when I'm busy and I'm doing something? You see your whole team's busy. What can we do? Hello, how are you? What else we do? We'll be right with you. Thank you. That's exactly what I'm doing. Thank you for coming in today. We'll be right with you. As soon as somebody's free, we'll help you out. What happens is customers come into your store, and they have other options to go places, right? So they can go here, or they can run down the street, or maybe there's another guy that takes Boost payments, or sells Boost phones, or buys accessories. So studies have shown, and I don't know the numbers off the top of my head, but when people are acknowledged that when they're acknowledged when they come into your store, they stay in your store and they're patient. If you're sitting there and you got your head buried into your computer, and the customers, there's 2 guys in front of them, and a customer walks in, if you greet that customer, he will give you on average about 20 to 30% more time than he would normally walk in. As he walks in, he says, but if you say, hey, welcome to Boost, we'll be right with you. As soon as we get free, we'll take care of you as soon as we can, right? Thank you very much, right? People will wait if you acknowledge their presence. If you acknowledge they walked in your store, they'll stick around, they'll wait. They feel more welcomed into your store, and they're more apt to buy. So do we have a normal greet? Is there a standard greet that we do in our stores? What do we do? Why don't we come up with one today? Welcome to what? Welcome to Boost. What brings you by today? What can we come up with as a team, as a quick greeting? As someone walks in the door, let's say we're over by the display and it's slow today, and we're fixing the brochures, we're feather dusting the Samsung display. A customer comes in, what do we say? What can we say as a team? Morning or afternoon. What if it's, good morning. Welcome to Boost, or whatever we want to say. Welcome to Infinity Wireless, right? What brings you by today? I'm here to make a payment. Great, let me help you out. Let me help you out with that, right? All right, come over here. What's better? Let me help you with that. All right, come on. Oops. Let me walk over to there. Let me slip myself over there. Other payment. Oh, by the way. So we got to be upbeat and positive. Let's have a common greeting, right? Welcome to Boost. What brings you by today? What can I do for you? How can I help you? Right? With the smile, right? I'm excited for you to walk through my door. Thank you. I was bored. Now I've got something to do. You always say that, right? Don't say that, just feel that. I'm so happy you're in the store. Thank you for coming by, right? Let's see if we can execute on that. Managers, raise your hand. All right, that's your job. Who's manager in Trenton? I knew it. I'm looking at you. Waiting for you to raise your hand. So we're gonna work on that, right? We're gonna watch our team, and we're gonna execute. We're gonna be saying, hey, when the customer leaves, hey, next time let's try that greeting, okay? That's how you do it. That's how you do it. All right. I saw you greeted the customer. You took care of the payment. Thank you. Next time, let's welcome them a little better. Those are the little things that the managers can do to encourage the team to be more welcoming, right? Steve.
Can I share with everybody my least favorite greeting?
Which one is that?
You here to pay a bill?
You don't like that one?
No.
I see that a lot. I know. That's a good one.
At least
Okay.
the welcome first.
Welcome. All right. Any questions? So we're going to put a welcoming exercise. We're going to encourage our teams. So then when Jonathan comes and visit your store and he sees that the coaches aren't coaching, he's going to say, how come you didn't tell him to do a better greeting? So we're kind of just helping each other out. We're being a team and we're helping each other out by encouraging everybody. We all forget. We all lose track. We all have a bad day. We all have a 6 people line. We just cleared them out. Whew, I gotta go to the bathroom. Then you come back out and like, oh, another guy. Welcome the customer. So that's the coach's job to see the team coach, and that's Jonathan's job to make the coaches are coaching. So we got a plan on the greet, right? All right. So we're going to move forward because the greet's easy. That's just being a nice person, right? Welcoming into my store. Because it's your store. No matter who's doing anything, at the end of the day, it's your store. All right? All right. qualifying the customers, all right? Your objective here is to gather information. Open-ended questions. Who knows what an open-ended question is? Please answer that question. I mean, you know what it is, but I'd like for you to share that knowledge with the team. Go ahead.
So it's a question that's going to be answered with an extended response.
Yes, correct. What is a closed-ended question? I'm sorry that I have the answers up there, but they're there. Who can read what a closed-ended question is? It's a yes or no, okay? So let me ask a question here as a team. What is a good open-ended question for customers who've just come in and they've said they're looking around? I'm not gonna do the payments. The payments are easy, right? We're gonna get to that, but right there, what's a good, I'm here, I'm just kind of checking out what you have, all right? Welcome to Booths, what brings you by today? I'm just checking out what you have, okay. Give me a good open-ended question for that reply. I just came in and you welcomed me and I said, I'm just looking around.
Do you have any questions?
That's a yes or no. No, I don't. Just looking. You can explain some promotions. What cell phone service do you have? I can't, yes or no. What cell phone service do you have? Yes. You can't do that, right? Who do you have? What cell phone service do you have? Right? Do you have a cell phone? Is it yes or no? But everybody has a phone at this point, right? That's an 8-year-old kid comes in with his mom. We're going to get him later. But that's a good question. Who do you have as a cell phone provider? Who do you have? What cell phone do you use? Those are all great questions to get things going for somebody looking around, right? So, I got Simple, all right? Simple Mobile. Now, I need a question. I just told you I have Simple, right? I have Metro. I've got something other than Boost. I've got Metro. Okay. I need another follow-up question to qualify me. I just walked in. I got Metro. I'm looking around. I'm not really, I don't know. I was walking down the street. Cold. It's going to get windy. I just walked into your door, and you did a great job greeting me. Welcome to Boost. What brings you by today? I was just looking in. Oh, who do you have? Who's your cell phone provider? Oh, I got Metro. I need a good follow-up question. Open-ended. Oh, give me a question. Closed or open. That doesn't mean closed or bad. Closed are just as good as open is. Depends on what information you look for. I need a good follow-up question. How much you pay a month? That's a good question. That's a good question. Now you got me thinking. I pay $45, I guess, but that's okay. That's all we're looking for questions. What? Give me another question. How many gigs a day do you get? It's again another good question. How do you like your service? What if now let me tell you something. If I say it sucks, you feel pretty good right now, right? If I go, Metro, I got it. How's your service? Oh, it sucks. You're like, oh my God, I got one already. Because it sucks. I got good stuff. Their stuff sucks. So a good question is, how do you like the service? What if I said, that's okay, it's good, right? That's a good time. How much you're paying? How many gigs you're getting? What kind of phone do you have? Because my service is good, but maybe I've got a, I don't know, pick a phone that stinks. There's plenty of them out there from Metro, right? Huh? Well, their kind, not our kind, but their kind, right? So pick a phone. How's your phone work? So now we're asking questions and encouraging a conversation. So think of good questions. You got to have good questions in your back pocket for when that guy that walks in the door says, just looking, it was windy out. It was a little bit of drizzle, and saw your awning and decided I'm going to get a little warm. I'll walk in a big, beautiful store with a lot of space to move. I can hide easily and not have anybody ask me questions, right? They come in, you got a big store, you guys got a big store here, big stores in Delaware. People come in and hide because they're all in nice shopping areas, right? We have to have good questions we can ask and be prepared, and like we just came up with, how's your service? What phone do you have? How many Stadia do you use? How much do you spend? How do you like your service? Easy to go. Listen, if they don't like it, let me show you what I got, right? I like it. It's good. It's good. All right. There's the next question. Okay. See.
I love as a starter. Who are you shopping for today? Let them tell you the story.
Yeah. That's a good one too.
Myself.
Yourself. So tell me. Let me ask you. You be the customer. I'll be the salesperson. And I ask you. We found out you have Metro, and give me a yes. Right. So what brings you by today? You're just shopping. right? I'm the salesperson, you're the associate, okay? And I'm gonna get you halfway there, right? So I asked you, whose service do you have?
T-Mobile.
T-Mobile, good, that's close enough, okay? How do you like that service? And tell me you like it. You like it? What do you like about it? Now that puts them on the spot, right? Now you gotta, well, what do you like about it? Now you gotta start thinking, right? Because now if you like something about it, I mean, so now they're thinking, I don't know, right? Well, let me show you something I think you might like a little better. Come on over here. Because now you got them thinking, I like it, but I don't really know why I like it. Well, let me show you something I think you're gonna love. Because they don't say I love it. If somebody's gonna say they love T-Mobile or Metro or Cricket, they're not walking into your store. The best answer you'll get is I like it. Let me show you something you're gonna love, right? That's a good response, right? Now you think you got their attention? I think you do, right? So we're looking for good open-ended questions, all right? All right? So give me a good closed-ended question. And listen, a lot of people think open-ended questions, you only ask open-ended questions. No, a closed-ended question kind of leads you where you're going. It gives you a temperature check of how you're doing in your discussions, right? Right? I mean, can we get you, I mean, like I got a great deal over here. Can I get you started right away? Can we get you started over here? That's a yes or no. If he says no, right, well, I got more work to do. If he says yes, I'm ready to go. Now let's get to some closes and moving on. So closed-ended questions aren't bad. All right, that's your temperature check. Can we get you started today? That's kind of a real quick close. Is there anything else that I can do for you, or is there anything else I can get you with? So that's what the yeses and nos give you the temperature check. But the open-ended questions are going to give you the overview of what they're here for, or where you're going to steer your presentation for. Does that make sense? Good stuff?
I was going to mention too, a good way to utilize closed-ended questions is going to be to get the customer to agree with what you told them is a good deal.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're qualifying the customer properly and you're talking to them about what it is that you have that fits their need, you asking them closed-ended questions like,
you
well,
agree?
yeah, use a lot of data, right? My unlimited data plan would probably be perfect for you. Yeah, you know,
Right.
or is this price, you know,
Right.
what you were looking for?
Get a
Yes.
confirmation
So
of yes.
you kind of build up a bunch of yeses. And I'm sure Brian's going to talk about the close,
Right.
but that leads perfectly into the close if you can get a lot of yeses.
Right. So think about your questions. We went over a few today. And again, what you do this afternoon in your store is the practice that makes you get better. Nobody's going to walk out of here and be the 20 times better than you were right now. But if you're one step better today than you were yesterday, and then that takes 2 steps each day because you're practicing and you're thinking about this stuff and you're looking for open-ended questions. You're trying to do the best greeting. So like I come up with a better greeting because now I'm getting even more interest because we're doing this. That's how we're going to be better as a team. And that's how we improve our selling skills. Are you with me? Any questions? Anything anybody would like to add before we kind of move to the next slide?
And one more thing
Yes,
I mentioned as far
absolutely.
as the greeting and qualifying, this all works 100 times better from behind the counter. It's very easy to get comfortable and just stay, you know, behind the register when somebody walks in and just greet them from the, you know, from your section, from your computer. But that isn't personal. That's what bank tellers do. Nobody likes going to the bank. So, and that's why it's not personal. So when you step around the counter, you get close to the customer. You know, you don't have to be right on them, but stay within 5 feet to engage this conversation as opposed to being behind the desk.
Yep, step out, great. Step away, get away through that door, come out and talk to them at the same level, because I know it's a big step, right? You're looking, what can I do for you today? Especially you get somebody short from here in this store, you're looking down, hello down there. So come out and talk to them and sell and have that conversation and make them feel more comfortable, okay? That's qualifying. So we've asked questions, we kind of know a lot of stuff. So now it's time to present. We've asked questions, we know they have Metro, they like it, they don't love it. So now it's time to present a solution. Why do people buy? This is why I spend a little bit of time, because this is, I think, is the key. We can all learn how to ask questions. I can write 20 questions down and you can pick the 3 or 4 that you love. This is where we present a solution. My first question is, why do people buy? I'm gonna see if anybody can help me here. Why do people buy? To stay connected, right? What do they buy? I said why, but what do they buy? I apologize. What do they buy? Does anybody know the overview, the framework of a sale? What are they buying in reality? I mean, they're not buying a cell phone, they're not buying service, they're not buying that, right? They're not buying a reliable product. They're buying something. Why are they getting the cell phone? At the end of the day, someone comes into your store and they buy a Volt 2. What are they, you're not gonna get the answer on this, but I'm gonna try to lead you there, all right? What are they really buying? They're buying quality, okay? They're buying convenience, right? The benefit of everything. Every product has a feature, right? A cell phone has a feature, and I'm going to use one, the Alcatel, right? The Alcatel Conquest, right? No, let me do the Tribute because I'm more familiar with the Tribute. It's an older one. So let me do the Tribute too. All right, it's got features in it. It's got a big screen, right? 4.5-inch screen. It's got a nice camera. It's got a decent processor, and it's cool looking, right? That is a feature of the phone. But they're not, I mean, the features lead to something, and you may not present what it leads to, and it might be all psychological, this is the feature of the phone, but what people buy is the benefit that that phone gives them. So, what is the benefit of the Tribute 2? What's the benefit? What do you think a benefit is? And again, we have 2 slides that'll get us there. This is a 2-slide thing. Excuse me?
The gesture shot.
The gesture shot is that's more of a feature, right?
People still get attracted to that, even though
Right.
they might.
That's a feature because it's very attractive. It's an awesome feature. But the benefit of that, and that leads me to the next slide, is I don't have to do the long arm or try to get that long arm going, right? I'm doing this, and now I gotta get my thumb in the right spot because I can now do this. So the feature is a steadier shot, right? And the advantage is a better picture. That's what that feature does. It gives you a better picture, which is your benefit, right? The gesture shot is a feature. The advantage is it's easier. The benefit is a better picture. A selfie and we move the hand around, spin, and I got Benny instead of me, right? The feature, so that's a perfect product to do the feature, advantage, benefit, all right? So what we need to know, and we're going to get to this, is the benefit of our product. And the benefit of our product is not a fast processor, a beautiful screen, a lot of data. That's not a benefit. That is the feature that gets us to the benefit. And what we do is we take that benefit and we present it in a really sharp, beautiful package to the customer to make them get them in the buying mode. All right. So what a benefit is it's how does it help them, right? Which is if we're doing the gesture shot, we're talking about the benefit is the crisper, cleaner picture that's easier to take. How their daily life change, okay? Or why do they really want it? They really want it because it takes the better picture, it's a lot easier, and it's a lot more fun, right? That's the benefit. Now here's where we're going to spend a little bit of time. Let's present a solution. Feature, advantage, benefit. So we're going to use that gesture shot. It's a great product to use this product, and then we're going to show you how to take that benefit and transition it into your presentation. All right. So what again is the product? Again is gesture shot. What's the feature? What's the feature of the gesture shot? Let's just kind of recap. And it's not easy. I'm not telling you this is easy. We're learning and we're going to get better. We're in class, we're learning, and this is kind of what you need to understand so that you're presenting it better. So what would be the feature of, what a feature is what we're doing, of the gesture shot? Taking it easy without the picture, right? What's the advantage, right? Is you don't have to use your thumb and try to aim better. That's your advantage, right? The benefit to the gesture shot is crisper, cleaner pictures. which means, and that's how you present it. And we're gonna go back and do this over and over again. This is why you want this phone. I'm gonna get my phone. This is not an LG phone, but I wish it was. Okay, so let me show you this feature. It's called Gesture Shot. The nice part about this, now I'm not gonna use feature, but the nice part about this is when you want to do a selfie, you just do this, right, Mr. Customer? Why you do this? You do this, and then you do this. I know how you're presenting. The great part about that is you don't have to try to aim your thumb and keep your phone still, right? And the nice part about which means, and that's the benefit, which means you get crisper, cleaner selfies. That's what they're buying. So what you're doing is you're using the words which means to kind of show them the benefit, and the benefit in their mind about Gesture Shot, right? At the end of the day, it's about a crisper, cleaner selfie picture. So you got to understand the benefit of that product to say which means, and that makes them think, oh, okay, that is a pain. I have taken selfies with a crappy phone and didn't focus, or I couldn't get the picture right, or I missed it because I was too slow with my finger, or I had my doing one of these, right? So that's how we're presenting it. So let's just pick another product, right? Does everybody understand the feature, advantage, benefit? Not easy, but it's not tricky. So we've got to think about what a benefit is. So let's pick something, the unlimited plan. This is another thing. What's the benefit? And again, the benefit is not unlimited, but we're going to talk about what's the benefit of the unlimited plan? Say again? That's a feature, right? Why do I want unlimited? Don't have to worry, you got it. You don't have to worry. That's what it means. So let me get you an unlimited plan, which means you have unlimited data and you never have to worry. Does that make sense? Now, does that sound better? Let me ask you this. I'm a salesperson. I don't use feature, advantage, benefit. And I go, we got an unlimited plan, $60. Unlimited talk, unlimited text, unlimited data. You want it? Huh, yeah, you want it. Okay. Well, let's say you're on the fence. Which one sounds better? We got an unlimited plan. You got unlimited talk, unlimited text, unlimited data, which means you never have to worry about going over your minutes, or counting your minutes, counting your texts, or thinking about how much data you're using. Does everybody see what I'm talking about? So now you're not just talking about the features of unlimited talk, unlimited text, unlimited data. That's what you're saying. You're just giving them, you're just dumping features on them. What you do is you dump the features, but then you explain what the features do, and the benefit, which means, and you can use those words, which means, and you use them or you don't, doesn't matter, but you got to tell them the benefit of unlimited is you don't have to worry, right? Let's do one on the auto top-up. What's the benefit of the auto top-up plan? You save, so saving the money is the benefit. So benefits to people, let's kind of think of what benefits are. So you want to be cool, you want to save money, you want to be efficient, you don't want to have to worry, you want to have love or whatever. Those are the benefits. The feelings that you get from the product is the actual benefit, right? Because let me ask you a question. That was a great answer. Why would I buy a Galaxy 6 versus a ZTE Speed? One costs $650, $700. One costs $150. $1 and a nickel. I'm just kidding. It's $99, right? What's the difference? What does one do that the other one doesn't? Has more features. But why would I want to buy it? What's my advantage? What's the benefit of me spending $700 versus $100?
Because let's say that the $100 phone might get damaged faster.
That's a feature. You're correct. Why do I want? What's in my brain that I want to pull out my freaking wallet and give you 2 paychecks for that stinking phone? Huh? I feel cool, right? Isn't that why you have it? What phone do you have? iPhone. Why did you get the iPhone versus the Elevate? Huh? FaceTime. It's a cool phone, right? People buy the high-end phones, they buy the rate plans, they buy what they want because it makes them feel good. That's the benefit. Now, you don't want to say, hey, buy this iPhone. It'll make you feel good. But you, in your mind, right? Because you're like, hey, wait a minute, give me 10 of those. But that's why people buy stuff because they want to be cool, right? Right? They want to save money. It's the feeling they get when they buy something. I'm more efficient in my day. I got a cool phone, right? I'm saving time. I'm saving money. Those are the type of things that the benefit that you kind of ask by asking the qualifying questions early. Find out, wow, why do you want this? Oh, I just want the iPhone. It's a cool phone, isn't it? Yeah, it's cool. So then let me get you this iPhone. Isn't this cool? And that you're kind of selling them, which means you're going to have the coolest phone, right? That's kind of how you do it. So you mentioned the feature is on I apologize jumping off it, auto top up. So you have the ability to get an auto top up. Let me set you up for that $30 plan. You get 2 gigs of data, and because you're giving us the credit card, put it on auto top up, you're going to save, which means you're going to save money every month. You're going to save $5 every month. So now you're talking about the benefit of them saving money, right? That's why we put that plan there, so they can save money. So let's pick something that's outside our wireless world, right? So of the girls in the room, who here has high heel shoes?
Right now.
No, in home. At home, somewhere in their closet, you have a pair of high heel shoes. Were they kind of expensive?
No.
Yeah, they were expensive. Let me ask you a question. Are they comfortable to stand in all day?
No.
Yes.
Why did you buy them if they're expensive and they're not comfortable? Are they comfortable as your slippers? Okay. Because you could wear slippers to the club. They let you in, right? Or you could wear your high heel shoes. Why did you buy? You're grabbing attention. What else? That's a benefit. You're going to grab attention, right? You feel better about yourself. The last class, the girl said, because they're cute. You can say it. They're cute. That's why I bought them. Makes me feel good to have shoes that make my feet look cute, right? You didn't buy them because the feature is they're cute. Yeah, everybody's looking at their shoes now. But that's what people are buying. They're buying the emotions that the product gives them. Our job in the earlier questions is find out what emotion that they're looking at when they're looking at the phone, and then we use that during our conversation. So when I'm going back to the Tribute 2, right? And I'm talking about this phone because it's only it's free out the door, but now it's a decision between which free phone. The advantage to you've asked the questions. What are you looking for on the phone? We've got this one's got the selfie. Do a lot of selfies? Yes, no, okay, yeah, you do. This is one I recommend for you. You recommend the device, and then you say, why don't we get you this one? Because this will help you take better pictures when you're doing those selfies. And that's kind of the benefit, right? So which means you'll take crisper, cleaner pictures. Let me get you this iPhone. It's a cool phone. You'll feel a lot better when you're running around with an iPhone versus the CTE speed, right? It's all about emotions. We use the feature advantage benefit to personalize the sale, but we ask those questions earlier to find out what they're here for. What are they looking at? They're looking to save money, right? So that's a big deal because the growing data is a great way to save money. Are you looking for, have a seat, you're good. Not take time. Or are we looking to be cool? Are we looking to be save money, be efficient, or not worry? You know, unlimited is for I don't have to worry about it. I use a lot of data. I don't want to have to worry. Now we're putting that in our presentation. So let me get you squared away with the unlimited plan. We'll put you in the Tribute 2, so you're going to be able to take great snapshots with the phones when you're doing the selfies. It'll be crisp and clean, and you won't have to worry about going over your minutes, your texting, and most importantly, you'll never have to worry about your data. Let's get you started, right? So you see how I said that, and you feel the customer feels so much better about the product they're buying versus I get you unlimited $60. And we are assuming, and we know the customers know this is an intelligent customer base. They know what unlimited means, but what we're doing is we're helping them get into the buying mode by hearing those buzzwords like, I don't have to worry. It's a cool phone, right? I have great snapshots. My shoes are cute, right? Say, oh, you gotta get, now if I'm a shoe salesman and you're coming into my store and you're looking at those high heel shoes and they're $79. Listen, oh my God, your feet look so cute. Let's get those, right? You have just said, which means, the features are, they're expensive, they hurt your feet, benefit is your feet look cute when you go to the club. And that's what you bought. You bought cute feet in the club for $80, and when you go home on Saturday morning, your toes hurt, but it's okay, it was worth it at the end. Right? Does that make sense? So what we do is on our presentation, we've got to make sure we understand what the benefit is to the customer. It's always, the benefit is always an emotion. Saving money, I feel better when I save money. I save better when I have a cool phone. I save money when I'm more efficient, or I don't have to worry, or I get there quicker, or I'm not late. That's why I bought a watch. This is a G-Shock, right? There's more expensive ones and there's cheaper ones. Why did I buy a G-Shock versus a Timex that was $9.99 at Walmart? They both tell time, right? I bought it because it's relatively cool, and I didn't want to spend hundreds of dollars on a whatever other phones that are out there. I'm lazy. I want numbers. I don't want to have to figure out if it's 230 by looking at the lines. I want the numbers. So that's the benefit for me is I'm lazy, and I want to be able to look at it's 8:50, right? I know what time it is, and I don't have to do any math in my head of looking at the clock and miss the line. Those Movados, I always meant, my wife tried to give me a Movado, I go, it's 2:30. No, it isn't, it's 1:30. Oh, I can't tell, there's no line there, there's no number. So that wouldn't work for me, right? I need numbers, right? That's the benefit. I'm lazy and I need to be on time. You with me? All right, let's try one. Before we move on, who's gonna help try? Who's gonna try one? You're gonna give me the feature of the, growing data rate plans. All right, who can help me out? What's the feature of the growing data? What's the advantage and what's the benefit? Help me with that. And then give me the sentence, which means. That's a tough one. Jonathan will give everybody the extra ticket. We got tickets, right? You get an extra ticket, if you don't mind. I'm kind of stepping over my boundaries here. Whoever raises their hand and gives me this, whether you get it right or wrong, will give you an extra ticket. Help me out. And there's big prizes. I think there's a new car out front. Okay, there you go. You got it. All right. Growing data. What is the feature of growing data? And it's not easy. This is our first time possibly seeing this whole thing. So what do you think the feature of growing data is?
Any growing data?
Anyway, the 35 or 45, you can't do the unlimited because you've got it all, right?
Well, you start off with, let's say the 45, you start off with 5 gigs, $25 a month.
Right.
Feature.
That's the feature.
Okay.
The feature is that the data, you get extra data.
Extra
Right.
data.
Extra data is your feature. What's the advantage of getting extra data? You're not, yeah, you get, well, that's at the end, that's the benefit. You don't have to worry, you get more data. That's like, makes you feel happy. You've got something for your money.
You're paying less.
You're paying less for more. That's the advantage. And the feeling is, you feel happy. So what the benefit is you feel like you've got the value, you're saving money, you're getting more data for your dollar, right? That's the benefit, is the savings, because now you get more data and you're getting value, you're adding value. And a lot of people like that fact that they're getting more for less. We're rewarding you for your loyalty. Who doesn't like to be rewarded for the loyalty, right? Right, we go to our grocery store, we give them a little card, and some of them give you a free turkey at Thanksgiving, right? I do it. I get a free turkey every year by going, I go to Giant, and I give them my little sticker, and every time we go, it's like $200 in groceries, which is like 2 visits, and you've earned a free turkey, right? I feel good. I go to stores that maybe better the value, and they like the loyalty. Don't you feel good? So the growing data is awesome, which means Boost is rewarding you for your loyalty. Doesn't that make you feel good? And that's the benefit. You feel good because somebody's giving you something and rewarding you for your loyalty. That's the benefit. Does that make sense? Now, do we think we can use the phrase, which means, that is the task. That's where I need you to go with this. This is what I need you to go back to your stores with. Which means, that's the phrase that sells, right? So what you need to do when you're talking to a customer, try it. coaches, help your team. When they're talking about the phone, when they're closing on the sale, when they're doing the presentation of Unlimited or the Growing Data or talking about the Tribute 2 or whatever phone you're selling, try to get that word. As salespeople, this is our challenge. It ain't easy, we're learning. Get the words, the phrase, which means. Which means when you take your selfies, it's going to be a lot easier. You get much crisper, cleaner pictures. Which means you don't have to worry about going over your data anymore. Which means you're going to save money, $5 a month. That's which means, right? So which means, even though they know it because they're putting 2 and 2 together and they're making 4. You need to say it, and that helps you create that positive attitude and atmosphere in closing the sale, which we move into next. Does that make sense? So what's the phrase that pays right now? Which means, and that's what we're going to try to do, and our coaches and our managers. And again, it's who here watches baseball, right? Oh my God. Okay. Who here watches soccer?
No, I watch baseball.
Okay, you watch baseball. Okay. Did you have, now we watch soccer and you see these guys, these excellent athletes, we could never do what they do, right? We're not at that level, we'd be doing it, right? So I use an example of Ryan Howard as a baseball player. He's a good baseball player. He always swings at low outside pitches. I couldn't hit that low outside pitch. I would not want to get in the batter's box with a guy throwing 95 miles an hour. And every time he swings that low outside pitch, I go, what is he doing? I can see it. Doesn't mean. So as a coach, I'm kind of doing that for coaches. Just because we're all learning this and we're not experts at it, doesn't mean we can't see it from afar. I can critique a great soccer player and see how did he miss that kick. He didn't plant his foot next to the ball and he missed the kick. He's still a great ball player, right? So as a coach, just because we're not an expert at this doesn't mean we can't say, hey, try to do the which means. I'm trying it. I need you to try it, right? Just because you don't have it, just because you don't have 110% an expert on it, doesn't mean you can't coach. And that was the example I wanted to give you. Just because I'm not 1/10 of the ball player Ryan Howard is, or Chase Utley is, just to kind of get people going in the back. But doesn't mean I can't critique and see what he did wrong. Does that make sense? As the leaders and the managers, we may not be the expert, but I can see when somebody's doing something wrong, and I can go behind them and say, hey, next time, try to do the which means. Remember, we're working on that as a team. Which means. That's the phrase that pays. All right? We ready? We're going to move on to the next slide. Like I told you, I wanted to spend a lot of time there. We're getting there. We only have a few slides left, and we're going. You guys are great fans. I love to do it. Now, here's the fun one. This is the one I love, right? This is the one that, in my opinion, after you do the phrase that pays, if you can handle a good objection, right, that is key to a good salesperson. And again, just like anything else, it takes practice, and we can never we never do it, or we never are an expert at it. We just have to keep getting better, all right? So, what is an objection really? Somebody answer that question as best you can. What's an objection really?
So you're not agreeing with it.
You're not agreeing with them, right?
An objection should be something like a task they have with it.
Okay. Let's go. We're in the ballpark. I have an answer I'm looking for, and I'll give it to you, but you guys aren't wrong. You're right. It's an obstacle. It's a request for more information. Because when they're buying something, you have to weigh all the benefits versus the price they're charging. So if the benefits are down here, right, and the money is up there, you've got to get it to where the benefits outweigh the price. I'm willing to pay $650 for an iPhone because it's cool. And that's, you got to get that out of them. So an objection is really an opportunity for you to ask more questions and find out why they're saying no. And they might tell you, it's too much. I ain't spending that much money. Well, you know they're not spending that much money. Well, okay. How much did you want to spend? It's kind of your answer. Well, how much did you want to spend? I want to spend $5. I don't have anything for $5. There's no rate plans for $5. But that's what an objection really is. It's a request for more information on you providing more information, allowing them to cost justify the $50 stylo I want to pour it in to where I get it. I'm willing to pay $60 plus the $50, $110 today to get an unlimited plan with the stylo if I put my Metro in. I've got to weigh that because I got $115 in my wallet. And you're taking 110 right away. All right? I like the phone. I like the plan. I'm not willing to leave $5 in my wallet for another week. You got to go through the objections, ask the right questions to get them to be willing to give up that money. Maybe we have to step down to the tribute too, but we got to ask the questions to get there. So that's what an objection is, really a request for more information. And you may never get to that stylo, but at least let's get somewhere, right? So there's no canned answers, but there is a right way to handle an objection. The first one is you ask, oh, why do you think that's too much money? Why do you think 110? I ain't paying that much money, okay? And then you present why you think that you can do it. And so when someone asks you the question, that's too much money, or I don't want it, I don't like the service, you have to ask the question. So you listen, right? Well, and you have to ask them why, because they might not tell you. They might just say, that's too much money. Why do you, what about this phone? Because it's only $50 and the rate plan is only $60. What do you think you're going to pay for something like this? Why do you think that's too much money? I mean, we're right in line with the rest of the industry. And as a matter of fact, there's nobody touching this rate plan out there any better, right? So we have to ask why, all right? Now, so you listen to why you have to ask them, and you have to understand why they feel that way, right? Why they think they don't want it or whatever. So you have to ask that question. And then you use the feel, felt, found method to present your case, right? So let's pick something. I'll do the shoes again. That was fun. Everybody liked the shoes, right? So you're selling me a pair of shoes. They're $80. I don't think they're worth it. You told me my feet are cute. And I ain't spending $70. I ain't spending $80 on shoes. Listen, I understand how you feel. I've had other customers feel the same way. Let me tell you what they found. These shoes are $80, but if you go somewhere else, you're going to see them for $70. You're going to see them for $90 to $100. We're going to offer you the best deal. So what you're doing is, I understand how you feel. You have to feel what they're feeling. You have to let them know you understand how they're feeling. Empathize, right? That's the word, right? On how they feel. You have to explain to them, hey, listen, I get it. I understand how you feel. Other people felt the same way. This is what they found. So I always like to take this one to the insurance, right? Let's talk about insurance on this. And you guys are doing a great job with insurance, but we can all do better, right? We all can do better at whatever we're doing. So let's try one with insurance. I will be the salesperson, all right? You be the customer, and you tell me, no, I don't want it. I'm going to present the product. We've already decided you're going to get the $45 rate plan. And we've talked about the rate plan, and I did the bundling, and I talked about the $52. And then you see the signs everywhere. You look at the sheet and it said 45. And I go, well, here, I want to get you all squared away. It's $52 a month. With that, you get unlimited talk, unlimited text. You get 5 gigs of high-speed data and unlimited. You get unlimited data with 5 gigs of high speed. And as you make your 3 on-time payments, you get extra gigs as we keep going. So your thing is, well, why is it 52, right? So you just said, why is it 52? Oh, I'm adding its phone protection on that. So you tell me you don't want that.
No.
You don't want that? Why don't you want phone protection? Be your customers now. The ones that tell you. Be your customers.
Because I had before and had a bank
Oh, tell me what happened.
I paid it before,
Mhm.
and I got a replacement.
You never got it. What happened? Well, tell me. Did you come back here to see me to get it replaced? Because we can help you with that stuff. How long ago was that? Years ago. Well, we got a new company that's doing that, and listen, I understand how you feel. I've had other customers feel the same way. But let me help you out here. I'll do you a favor. I had a customer just 3 days ago. Same thing. Would not add the protection. Walked out the door, right? Dropped his phone, cracked the screen, right? Phone still worked, right? Came back in, nothing I can do, right? I felt so bad. I couldn't help him out. Do me a favor. Let's put this insurance on for you. Let's try it out. If you haven't had any problems, we'll be covered. All right? And then I understand how you feel. I had other customers feel the same way. But let me tell you what they found. And I gave you the found. I didn't use the word found, but I told you what. happened to that guy. He was very upset that he broke his phone and there was nothing you could do or I could do to fix it, right? So I understand how I understand how you feel. We've had other customers feel the same way, but this is what they found. They found by adding the protection, they felt better that they knowing that their phone is covered. Again, we're going back to the benefit to insurances. They feel more secure. They feel better than knowing that their phone is covered. Does that make sense? I understand how you feel. I've had other customers feel the same way. And this is what they found. They found that if they did have a problem, they had peace of mind knowing they can come in here, we can help them out for deductible as little as $20. This phone is actually $200 phone or $100 phone or whatever you want, whatever number it is. This is actually a $100 phone. You have protection. You can get another one for just $20. That makes sense? Does everybody see how I'm doing it? So I asked the questions. I asked why he didn't want to do it. He didn't want to spend the money. Then I empathized with him. I said, I understand how you feel, right? I understand how you feel. I've had other customers feel the same way. And this is what they found, right? You with me? So let's do one together. Who wants to help me do one? You don't have to use the words feel, felt, found. Just have to use the aspects. I use the words feel, felt, found. But sometimes I slide past the word found, but I show what the customers were thinking after they bought it. It's the same thing. The words are there as a frame, but you don't have to understand. I understand. I understand. And all I'm saying is I understand how you feel, but you don't have to say the word feel. Hey, have a seat. This is I understand how you feel. Felt. This is what they felt, and then you found, right? Okay. Okay. So let's try one. Let's try to do a customer who is doing who comes in. They want the $35 rate plan. They just want the cheapest, and we're going to try to talk them into either the 45 or unlimited, right? Using the feel, felt, found. I'm not looking for a big presentation. Just you, okay? I told you I want a $35 rate plan, and you and I have been talking about a presentation about the 45 to 60, and I just give me the 35. All right? And you said, well, now your thing is, you sure you don't want me to put on a $60 rate plan, right? And then I said, no. And then give me something. Give me a feel. I understand how you feel. Say that. All right. Now, where would I go if I wanted to do the felt? And anyway, this isn't easy, but we're getting there. I've had customers feel the same way. This is what they found. 2 gigs of data is not a lot. You're going to go through that like that. All right. And what happened to them is they ran through their data in 5 days, and then they were stuck. Why don't we put you into the $60 rate plan? Let's see how much data you actually use, and then we can go from there. What do you think of that? So you see what I'm saying? So I understand how you feel, right? I've had other customers feel the same way, and guess what happened to him? That's what we're doing. Guess what happened to him? He broke his phone. He had a crack right down the middle. The phone still worked. He felt terrible. Again, going back to the feeling, he felt terrible. He had to run around with a cracked screen, because he just got that phone. There's nothing we could do. Here's what they found. If I would have put the insurance on for him, everybody would have been happier. I understand how you feel. I mean, again, you don't have to use those words, but you got to come across like, I understand how you feel. That's your empathy. Here's what other customers who made that same, you don't want to say this, stupid decision that you're making by buying the $35 or the insurance. And here's what they found. Had they bought the insurance, or when he did buy the insurance, he was covered. And you can go to negative or positive. You're like, listen, do me, and this is how I suppose, do me a favor. Let's add the insurance. But I would I understand how you feel. I've had another customer feel the same way. And let me tell you what happened to him. And this is the found part. He took his phone out the door. He was talking on his phone, slipped out of his hand, dropped right on the pavement. Put a big crack down the middle of the screen. Guess what we did? $20 deductible. We were able to replace his phone because he just bought a $130 phone that we poured it in. He paid $30 for it, right? And now he had a big screen on it. Let's not have the same thing happen to you. What do you think? You're not going to get them all. We're not going to close 110% of our customers. But what these exercises will help you do is if you're closing 20% of your insurance, get you to 30%, right? If you're closing 25, maybe it gets you to 40%. These practices and exercises is how you do it. So let's do, who wants to try a feel, felt, found? And you can use the words feel, felt, found or not. Give me another, what do you see a lot of objections to? Give me an objection you see in your store every day. We have them, I know we do. What do people complain about? What?
The accessory.
The accessory prices. Perfect. You guys will love this. All right, your accessory prices. This is gonna help you with your accessory sales, right? All right. I want this, what I got. Does anybody see what I have on my phone? It's cracked right there. I got an On To Go. You guys ever heard of On To Go? Yeah, I thought so. I figured you sell a lot of these, right? So I bought one, but let's say I just bought the Tribute 2 from you, and there's the case, and I go over, grab the case off the wall, we're ringing it up, and how much does your Tribute 2 case cost? $15. $15, right? I'm not spending $15. All right, now what do you say? I understand how you feel. Okay, perfect. You're there. Now, what did they find? It's cheaper than other stores. Or what would have happened? Yeah, what would have happened if I did not see that crack? Everybody see that crack, right? I dropped it on the corner. What would have happened to my phone? This is the best sales tool you could ever have. A cracked On To Go case and a phone that is in perfect condition, right? So let me tell you, this is what they found, that if you drop your phone, you're better protected. That's what your case is about, right? It's about looking, the colors are cool, but actually, I think the phones look cooler without it, but I have a case on it, so I can protect it. I understand how you feel. I've had other customers feel the same way. $15 is a lot of money. But this is what they found, that if they had the case, the phone was better protected. If you ever drop your phone from here to there, you're getting out of your car and it drops off your lap and hits the pavement, it's going to crack your screen. The case is going to protect it.
Because it's cheaper than my other phone.
It's cheaper than another phone. Right? Well, then what do I need insurance for?
I mean, that's like insurance for the insurance.
Exactly. You got it right. Well, exactly. No, I hear you. We need to protect your phone. I understand how you feel. All our customers feel the same way. But let me tell you something. This is a very valuable device. We need to protect that. And we need to protect it with your insurance, your protection plan, and your case. Let's get that going, right? So we got it. I understand how you feel. Again, practice, practice, practice in the store, coaches. I understand how you feel, and these words are there to use, but as you get good at it, you don't use them anymore. I understand. This happens to us all the time. We hear this all the time. But let me tell you what really happens. People take their phone and they drop it, and they get the crack in the screen, they get the ding, the little nick on the phone, drives them up a wall, right? For $15, you don't have to worry about that anymore. Yes.
If you can touch on the Gadget Guardian, I think that
The Gadget Guardian, okay, that's a good one.
that'll be perfect
That's a good one for insurance.
for objections.
Yeah, and you can touch on, well, you always bring up the Gadget Guardian when you're talking about the insurance. You can also, they're protected. You also get all the features that the Gadget Guardian brings. So what's some of the features the Gadget Guardian brings for you? Help me with the features of the Gadget Guardian. What's it do?
Track to file your phone,
File your phone, right?
erase everything.
Erase everything. What, kind of going back to review. That's the feature. What's the advantage of that?
It's free if you have insurance.
It's free if you have insurance. That's a feature. What's the advantage of the Gadget Guardian? Having your phone screen and wiping your phone if it's lost, and all the other cool stuff it does. That's the feature. What you just named is the feature. What it does. Lost and screams and wiping. That's the feature. What's the advantage of that? You can recuperate your phone. And what's the benefit? Peace of mind. Remember, peace of mind is the emotion. You're looking for the benefit. Just a review. The benefit is always the emotion that you get. I'm happy. My feet are cute. I save money. I'm more efficient. I'm not late. You're happy or you're glad, or those are the benefits, right? So one more, and then we'll move on to the final one, which is closing the sale. And I know you guys are absorbing a lot of stuff, and we can do this again and again. And you can see this 10 times, and you'll always get something. It's all about the practice. So let's try one more. feel, felt, found. Give me a product we sell that we hear, because we got let's do the accessories again. That's a big one for you guys. I know you need to sell more accessories. Who wants to try an accessory, feel, felt, found? Screen protector. That's a good one. Who wants to do a screen protector, feel, felt, found? I'll be the customer. I don't want to. You got it. I don't want a screen protector. I don't need, what do I need that for?
Because it'll protect, like, for example, my screen dropped.
I understand. You did not listen. You didn't show me empathy. You went right to the kill. Boom. This is why. I understand you. Go with me and make me feel. I understand how you feel. This. If that's what you're taking time. Right.
The same way, if I didn't have the protection on my phone, it would have cut my screen completely.
There you go. I understand. I understand how you feel. You're showing empathy. I understand. I get it. It's tough for all of us, right? It's really hard out there. I understand how you feel. But I've had other customers feel the same way, right? I had other customers feel the same way you and I did right now. I don't want to spend $10 for this screen protector. But here's what they found. They put their phone in their pocket with their keys, right? And they get their phone scratched. Nothing we can do, right? And they still got a very expensive phone. They got the scratch right here and it annoys the heck out of them. And it's the emotion, the annoyance, right, of seeing that screen. Isn't that annoying? I'm selling the annoyance. Well, see, that's what they found. Then they found that the annoying scratch on their screen just bugged them every time they touch their phone. Let's get you this screen protector. It's only $10. It's only, is a great word too, it's only $10. Is everybody with me? It's only $10. It's a lot better than the emotions you feel, and you don't say that. It's a lot better than the bad emotions you feel when you see that scratch. It's kind of what you're saying at the end of the day, right? Any question? You got a question? Oh, you're stretching? Okay, cool. Is that a good one? Does everybody understand how to do this? I understand how you feel. Customers feel the same way, and this is what they found. They found that I'm right, all right? And that's what you're going to try to do, and you're going to use those words when you're back in the store, when someone gives you the no, or if they're halfway on the fence, try it anyway. Practice, 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 and then it'll come out without even using those. I don't even use those words. I get it. I'm with you on that. That's me. I understand how you feel, right? We had a customer in here the other day. Same thing happened to him. Here's what happened. We were able to call the insurance company. He paid a low $20 deductible. We had the phone shipped here. He picked it up in 2 days. Picked up the next day. We're good. So let's do this. No, I know. And that's all part of the presentation of the product. But I'm just showing the objection, and maybe something else you're doing. You can exchange a case or something. So everybody got that? We're bringing it home now. We're almost there. All right. Closing the sale. All right. This is the big one, right? If you get nothing else today, if there's one thing that we've learned today, we learned a lot today, but if there's one thing that I'd like to see you execute on is asking for the sale. All right. So we got the unlimited plan on this Tribute, $60. The Tribute's free with your port in. What do you think? Yeah, see? Huh? I don't know. I think I'll think about it, right? I didn't close. What do you think? Right? How's that for you? Huh? I don't know. Let me think about it. Okay. And out the door they go. Because you didn't close. You didn't ask them why. And because if you close on them, they'll tell you yes or no, and then you can go back to the objections. So when do you ask? How often do you ask? Early and often is how I say it. You ask, let's get you going right away. No? Okay, well, you need more information. What are you looking for? So if you're asking, you're always doing it. So we're looking for some verbal signs. So what are some verbal signs you hear when you're presenting? And this is kind of going back to some earlier slides, right? What are the verbal signs? I like the sound of that. You know, right? Yeah, that's good. That's awesome, right? What are some non-verbal buying signs? Smiling. What else? Now, if someone's doing this, right? If you're talking and you're talking about unlimited and all else, and they're doing this, or they're talking about the case and they're nodding their head, that's a good buying sign, right? What else? Reaching for a wallet's a good sign, right? Right? How do you ask? What's a good close? Who can give me a good close on? I just presented everything. The guy told me he didn't want the case. I told him, I understand how you feel. This felt the same way. This is what they found. Okay. Now what do we do? What's our reply? Okay. I said okay, but that doesn't mean I'm buying, right? I said, oh, all right. What do we say? Are you sure you don't want to get this? Yeah, I'm sure. Well, why not? Right? I thought we just kind of went over that. That would not have been great. So that's our overcoming the objection. What else can we say? I like assuming the sale. Right? I like assuming the sale. How can I assume that? How can I assume that on-the-go case? What can I say?
Also, like, you tell them what they're gonna purchase.
Yeah.
Anyway. Like, you're like, oh, so
Let's get you going on that. Right. You're telling them what they're going. Let's get you going on it. It's only $15. You know, with the case, with the phone, and this, it's $74. I don't know what the math is. It's only $74. Let me get you rung up real quick. Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm not getting that. Then you go back and say, why? I thought we were talking about that. But I'm assuming the sale, and then you go back and forth. It's a big merry-go-round, right? At some point, somebody's given up, but at one point, you gotta ask them once or twice. You can't just let them, no, I don't want it. So I assume the sale. I think that's the best way. Let me get you going with that. Let's put you in the Tribute 2. It's free out the door because you're important. We're going to get you the $67 rate plan. That includes unlimited talk, unlimited text for a month. And this case right here is only $15. So that total comes out to be 65 and 67, 15 is 82. So I just the 82 plus tax will get you all squared away. I assume the sale. I didn't even ask you. I'm just putting them in now. Oh, I don't need unlimited. Oh, why not? I don't need. Okay, well, you know, you ask them once. Maybe they say no. Maybe you change their mind. But if you get them on the $45 rate plan, nobody's going to complain, are they? Right? So you're assuming. Let me get you going. Let's get you squared away. Let me ring you up. Let's get you out. Let's get you going with this. Those are all great assumptions, and all you're doing is taking the customer by the hand and say, "Come with me. I'm going to make this easy on you. You're going to buy this phone with a nice smile and a nice free, right?" So that is assuming the sale. Let's get you going. Let's square this away. Let's take care of this right now. Let's get this over. Let's get this run up for you, right? Assuming the sale. Or you can do make offers, right? So now we're talking. The customer didn't tell me they were buying anything. We don't even know, right? We don't know. So which one do you want, the 45 or the 60? Do you want the unlimited or do you want the growing data? Do you want the blue case or do you want the white case? So let's say we were doing the overcoming the objections, right? And I says, I understand how you feel. This is what they found, that the phone was protected and they didn't have scratches. So why don't we get you going, just assuming the sale. Which one do you want, the blue one or the white one? There you go. I just closed the sale by asking her which one she wanted. She didn't want it 5 minutes ago. I asked her, do you want the white one or the blue one? She goes, give me the blue one. Guess what I just did? I just closed the sale by giving her a choice, all for one or the other. Which one did you want? Did you want the unlimited data or the growing data at $45? Okay, great. I closed the sale. She didn't even know. She just picked the one I wanted. But guess what? If she would have said 45 and we were on the fence, I'm like, I'm not going to walk away with that one. I'm not going to walk from that one. I just closed the sale by giving her two choices to pick, right? And you know, let's say, did you want the Todos Mexico or the International Connect? Which one did you want? There you go. I just sold an add-on by offering two. Right? I just offered you two. We weren't even sure you were getting one, but I offered two, and you took one. And guess what? I made the sale. That's how you do it. You assume the sale, or you can offer two indirect, or you can make a recommendation. This is the last one, right? But I mean, there's other ones. Don't get me wrong. But the one that I like is make a recommendation. Here's what we should do, right? Let me recommend. You can use the word recommendation. You can use the word recommend, or you can just do like. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to put you on the $60 rate plan with protection, $67. We're going to get you into the Tribute, and we'll get you all squared away. I'll get you a case. We'll get you all knocked out of here and taken care of. So you just recommend it. I recommend this. We've been going back and forth over the Tribute, over the Alcatel. We've been talking about this phone. You know what? I recommend the Stylo. It's only $50 more. You get a much bigger screen. You get the stylus. Let's get you rung up right now. All right? It's only $50. I'm going to put the protection plan on for you. Right? I'm just recommending. I'm putting the protection plan on for you. You're covered for a month. The deductible. Oh, it's awesome. And boom, 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 I'm in a boost boom, and I'm done. And a lot of times the customer doesn't even know they're sold. Oh my God, how much do I owe? Damn. you guys suck, right? But meanwhile, she's giving you $100 bill to pay her thing. You guys suck in here, right? Thank you. Have a nice day. I hope you enjoy your Stylo and unlimited plan with protection. And well, I forgot to tell you, you have Todos Mexico too. Have a nice day, right? You assume the sale, you make a recommendation. If they're on the fence and you're like, just got done, you know what? Which one do you want? Did you want the Tribute 2? Or did you want the Alcatel? Right? You made the choice, right? They're thinking, get the Tribute 2. That selfie thing is awesome. Let's get you rung up. That's a close. Boom. I assumed I was doing it. Now, if he says, no, guess what we do? Not bad. We do handle objections, right? So we just tried to close. I did my assumption. And then I asked why. Oh, I'm sorry. Why don't you want the stylo? Why don't you want the stylo?
It's too big.
It's too big? Oh, okay. Well then I'll get you the Tribute. You want to ring up with a Tribute right now?
I think similar but smaller.
Okay, I understand how you feel. I had other customers feel the same way. Let's find you something smaller. I got this Huawei Union, brand new. It's awesome. It's a new phone coming in about a week. You guys want to love it. Right? I get you squared away. It's a little smaller screen. It'll fit in your pocket much better. Let's get you wrung out with this. I'm going to get you this case over here. I'm going to add the protection. See how I'm closing? I'm kind of assuming the sale. And then guess what? Guess what happens? Worst case scenario. I don't want the insurance. Okay. Guess what I did? I sold a Union. I sold a case. I got them on a $45 rate plan. It's not a bad sale. I would have preferred to have Todos Mexico insurance, but we're not looking for 100% on the insurance. So you missed one. That's okay. You guys are trying hard, right? We made the assumption. We made the sale. And guess what? The customer got what they want, and they walked out the door happy. Go ahead. Questions?
I went to Metro yesterday with my friend, right? She has Metro.
Right.
And I went there just to see what they have around and stuff. Well, they only have 3 phones on that, right?
Right.
And then the associate told her this phone comes with a case and screen protector.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming it comes free with it. I don't know.
No. You know what she did?
Yeah, she sold the
She
case.
assumed the sale. And we may not like them, but sometimes they do something right. And that was them doing something right.
She was like, I don't know why it was so much. And I was like, please.
She assumed the sale.
She checked her receipt and then she was like, oh, I thought the case was free. And it wasn't. She sold it.
What did she do? She assumed the sale.
Yeah,
Did the
like,
customer
oh,
go? Let me ask you a question. Now they walk out the door and are like, oh man, did she take anything back?
No.
Okay, she sold the phone. She did a good job. I mean, unfortunately, she was wearing a Metro shirt, but she assumed the sale. She added a case. She added whatever else she was doing. The customer paid the money, right? And did what I just said. Oh, you guys suck. Here's my $100. Thank you for the phone. I'm out of here.
And
Right?
your friend is gonna be very
But
happy to
they
push
don't
out
hate
your
you.
job.
They're just like, oh. But that's okay. We're salespeople. We're helping them make the decision. That's what our job is at the end of the day. We're helping them make the decision and helping them make the right decision. Listen, if you got an old lady coming in here who's going to use minimal data, right? I don't want you to put her in the unlimited plan. I really don't. Okay, well, if you want to, that's fine. I don't care. If you put her in if it's the right plan for her, the 35 for growing data, that's the best thing. We got a lot of people on the fence. We got a lot of people trying to save a nickel when you know and they know they're going to be an unlimited customer. Because of the questions you've asked in the earlier slides, you asked all those questions, and you know they're going to go through their data. They watch YouTube. That's all you got to know. I listen to music and I watch YouTube. You want the $35 plan, sir? I mean, you'll be back tomorrow for more data, sir. I got to tell you. I mean, that's kind of where we're going. But your job, what these tools help you do, help the customer make the decision that's right for them. Like I said, if grandma comes in here and she just wants the phone to call the grandkids, she doesn't even surf the web. She just checks texts or emails. 1 gig of data, 2 gigs of data is more than enough for her. Put her in the right plan. Get the Todos Mexico so she can call the aunts and uncles. Get the insurance so she's protected. But put her in the right plan and make sure she has a case. But you assume the sale by, let me get you going. Which color do you want? Did you want the Tribute or did you want the Elevate? Which one did you like? Did you want to spend the extra $50 on the Stylo, or did you look at the Tribute too? And that's my close. Did you want to spend Did you want to spend the extra $50 on the Stylo, or did you want me to get the Tribute for you today for free? Which one do you want? There you go. I closed. I got the Stylo, and I offered. He was on the fence before that. Then you make a recommend, so you're sitting there, and let's say he's like, I don't know, you don't know, right? Let's get you the stylo, right? So he's sitting there like, which one do you want, the stylo or the Tribute? You, I don't know. Let's get you the stylo. I just made a recommendation for you. I'm doing the suggestive close. Let's get you the stylo. I'll put it on the $67 rate plan. You'll have full protection for a month. Did you want the Todos Mexico? You had some cousins in Mexico. Do you want that? So, look what I just did. I just sold $72 in rate plans. I got him on the high end rate. If he wanted the Tribute, he's like, whoa. All right, fine, I'll get a Tribute. Oh my God, I sold the Tribute instead of a stylo. At the end of the day, this is where I need you to be. The other stuff is fun. They all make you great salespeople. They all lead you to the close. But at the end of the day, if you're a closer, you're a salesperson. And it's easy. You assume the sale, you give them choices, and then you make the recommendation. Let's get you go. I'll get you squared away with this. Oh, I don't know if I want that. Well, which one did you want? Did you want the stylo or the Tribute? I'll take the Tribute. Okay, I'll get you go. I don't know. I'll get you the Tribute. And that's all you got, and that's closing. Boom. Right?
And then you scan it really fast, and then you're like, no, I already scanned it.
Yeah, whatever works. And then guess what she does? You guys suck, and then gives you $100 bill, right? That's not a bad place to be because she's not mad at you. She's like, it's kind of like, oh, $100, right? I expected to come in and spend $30, and here I am giving you $100. At the end of the day, we're helping them make the sale. Any questions on this? This good stuff? Do you guys like all this? I got one more slide I want to go over real quick. This was a key. This is one I'd like for you guys to kind of embrace, especially the managers. This is a big one. Boom.
Boom.
Bang. Bang. Okay, getting people in the door, right? Who here has ever been in the store and you and your sales friend are the only ones in the store? Happens quite often, I assume. I've been in your stores, and there's days that you're busy, and there's days that you're not, right? So what are some things that we can do as a team to help getting people back in the doors? I kind of gave you answers, but you can do the referral program. Referral. Make sure you know that inside and out. Make sure your customers know it inside and out. So, question for the team. How much money in a year can a customer make using the referral plans to bring his friends into your store?
500.
Which one is it? 500. Right. How many of your customers know that? Right. Let's make sure we're using the referral plan. So, hey, by the way, thank you for your business. You know what? I wanted to make sure you're aware of something.
Didn't you used to print that on the receipt?
Yeah, and I know we use. I'm just saying. Listen, I can save you. Go ahead.
Sometimes it's nice, so they don't get the money.
Well, they have to do the process right. You got to sign up properly. We're gonna, as we come back around, we'll go over the referral plan a little bit more. I'm just going over sales tactics. There's procedures on that. I got to pay the bill. I got to do that. At the end of the day, it brings people back into your door. What we're talking about, getting people back in your door. If they don't do it right, I'm sorry, I told you how to do it. Here's how you do it. You go to this website. You sign up first, and then your customer, your friend signs up after that. Right? So there's a procedure to do it. We'll go through that. Okay. So the referral is huge. Make sure they know that they can make $25 every time they bring a customer. Oh, by the way, your friend gets $25 too. And you can make up to $500 a year. Right? You bring them in, and what I do when I did this, when I was a store manager, I made it sound. This is not a lie. I made it sound like you only get a year.
Yeah.
You bring your customers back in here to me.
It's a good deal to
I'll help you with the referral program. If you make it simple, because you don't want somebody to go to Walmart and get this phone and use the referral. And you want to say, listen, you got a referral program, it's $25 for you when you bring a customer into me, right? So when you bring a customer into me, you'll get $25 from Boost, and oh, by the way, they get $25. So you tell them, bring them into me. Now, the assumption is from the customers, only you can get me that $25, not that I can get it anywhere else. So that's one way to get customers in your door. Make sure our customers know about the referral program. That's a huge one. What else can get people into our doors? There's a couple suggestions up there. Pick one. Coupons. Okay, we can do coupons, right? Is there? You can always do something with accessories. I mean, obviously work with Jonathan and your manager and Arturo, but put coupons out there. Do our accessories have the price tag on them all the time? So you
They have a
can,
suggested retail.
that's the wiggle room that you might have, 10% off your accessory with the sale today. Something on and you put that on your flyers, right? Or coupons, right? What I've had good success with, and pizza shops or laundromats or businesses near your store, print out some flyers, make a little stack, walk over to that pizza shop and says, hey, can I put this here? If you have a flyer for me, and again, it's all company policy. I don't want to step on toes if you have a policy, but when I ran the store, we were allowed to do stuff like that. We used to have a little table in the corner, and we would put our neighbors that weren't competitors flyers on our table. But for me to put your flyer on our table, I need to be able to put my stuff and not Boost or Infinity stuff on their counter where the pizzas go. And if I ever saw that they were out or they changed their mind, well, then I just threw their stuff out on the floor. But that's a way to get people into your door. I mean, if you're near a laundromat, people sit there, right? If you're near a laundromat, some stores are, some stores aren't. If you're near a laundromat, they sit there, and this way they got 35 minutes to be dry. So they feel comfortable, they walk out. But maybe they walk by, and I've never seen a laundromat without a bulletin board. You go in there, you go in with 4 thumbtacks, and if a manager's there, you ask him. If he's not there, you stick it up. Boom, boom. There's a flyer. Come next door. We got 10% off your accessories with a purchase. $35, rolling data, $30, whatever. We got flyers. We'll help you with that, right? That's the way to get people into your door. 10 events. Create the excitement. Put the 10 out on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, whenever. Not every day. Otherwise, it turns into you see it every day. Get it out on the weekends and get those tents flying. Make sure your flags are always going. If you got balloons, create the atmosphere of I want to go in there and see what the heck's going on, right? You don't have to do anything to put a tent out or a little table with the brochures. Okay, maybe there's a couple bucks for some cookies. $3, tray of cookies to get people in early as you're slow in the mornings, like Saturday mornings. Maybe some stores I found are a little slow on Saturday. Well, if you're not, that's great. But if there's a slow time during the day, get people in with cookies, and then once they're gone because now we're busy. Stuff like that, So these are some of the things that get people in your door. What else can we do? What else has worked? So we can kind of share ideas. Social media. Okay, be careful on your Facebook, but there's, Twitter and stuff like that. A lot of people follow you. Maybe your store has a Twitter account. Whose store has a Twitter account? Okay, you have Facebook. What about Twitter? What if you started doing something like tweeting and offering a 10% discount off accessories if I can put you on my favorites for a tweet, and then when you tweet out weekly, promo, and then that tweet goes to the people, and you gave them, I don't know, let's say they come in to make a payment, right? And instead of charging them $3, you charge them $2.50 for a service fee if they give me your Twitter handle, and then you put it to your favorites, and then all of a sudden, once a week, once a month, you're saying a tweet out, hey, we got a promo, and all it cost you was 50 cents, but now every week, every month, you're sending a tweet out to however many people you've done, and you got a Twitter handle, right? You got a nice picture of your store, so when they pull up your account, they see Clinton Avenue. I'm just picking Clinton Avenue, but I'm just saying, those are some ideas to get people into your door, right? Just some ideas, and we're creative, stuff like that. What else can we do? Any other suggestions that work real good for us? I know you guys work hard, and I know you do a good job. I'm not saying that you aren't doing stuff, but anything else? When do we start our activity? Early and often, right? Get out there, make sure you're strategic. Don't do tents every day. Don't do tables every day. Do it specific. Be strategic, because if people see that table every day, it turns into just another part of the house, right? But if you put that table out on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Saturday and Sunday, whatever you think is best, then when people drive by on a Saturday, go, oh, something's going on. There's a table. But if it's there every day, it's like, oh, it's that table. Tables always fly around the neighborhood, right? Don't put it out every day. Do something on a strategic basis. So,
Stand outside, maybe.
Stand outside. Do the flyering. Boom, boom, boom. Hey, how are you? Or you can sit in the store and do nothing. Pick your nose. Or you can stand out with the flyers and say, hey, how you doing? We got a great deal today. We got unlimited data now. We got unlimited data. Who do you have? Oh, you got Boost? Come on in. Come on in. We'll see if you're eligible for an upgrade. We'll put you on unlimited data. Did you pay your bill yet? No. What phone you got? Where's your case? Come on in. Get in here. Where's your case? You don't have a case on that. Let me show you what we got. I'll get you a good deal.
Guys, keep in mind, in almost all of your stores, there's a lot of competition locally, right? So right here, we have 3 stores within 2 blocks. In Trenton, you guys have that Radio Shack that's right around the corner. I'm not sure about exactly everybody else. Bridgeton, there's several options. The way that you guys are gonna set yourself apart is if you're out there and you're selling yourselves. Not in a bad way. Friendliness.
The other way. The good way.
The friendliness, the customer service, going above and beyond, helping out with those insurance claims, being friendly the moment they walk in the door, greeting within those 5 seconds. So keep in mind, we do have a Boost sign here in Vineland over the store, which, around the rest of the block we don't necessarily have. But what's going to keep them coming back to you specifically when somebody may offer like a $2 or $3 discount on a different phone elsewhere? It's going to be you guys.
Any questions? All right. So we kind of went over that. That's kind of all I have. I really appreciate you guys coming in. But does anybody have any questions, or they want to kind of talk about anything, or any suggestions for the team? We're finished. So we've all but 8 to 10, 2 hours. You guys got a lot. You got a lot in your brain right now, right? I know greetings are easy. You're learning how to do the feature, advantage, benefit. You're working through your how to handle a objection. But the big thing, you're learning how to close, right? So let's take all that stuff back. Coaches, let's make sure we're helping our team, reminding them, hey, let's give that a try. I'm trying it. And you know what? We're not perfect as managers. I mean, I tell my guys all the time, listen, I make mistakes. And sometimes I can't do what you're going to do anyway because you're better at it. But being the observer, I see what they're doing and I can help them. And I just say, listen, as a coach, one easy way to do it is, listen, I'm trying too. I miss sometimes too. But let's do this better. Let's try to do that. Felt fine. Let's try to overcome the objections. Make sure you close better, right? I'm trying to. This way you're not coming up. You're not standing on the high mountain acting like you're Superman. You're coming and you're right down there with the people. I'm trying. I'm not perfect. I can be better. But what I saw is you didn't really close. The guy walked out the door. You didn't offer him anything. And that's kind of how I coach, right?
Yeah, and I was just gonna touch on the whole close thing because I was a sales rep as well, and I was way back when, and that was probably the biggest lesson I've ever learned in becoming a better salesman was when I learned how to close. There was one guy, he was closing sales left and right. I would, be ecstatic with my 50 phones. He'd do 80 to 100, right? And I'm like, what is he doing that I can't do? And that's what he taught me. He taught me how to close. And that was the biggest lesson I could learn. That's the biggest thing. There's a lot that you guys did learn today, but the one that you want to start with now and get better with is close. That makes the biggest difference in everything. And when you learn how to close, you automatically learn how to get there. Because when you're trying to close, and now you're overcoming questions that they're asking you because maybe you tried closing too early, it's going to make you better at getting to the close. So that's the biggest thing I could tell you guys to take away from today is really practice.
Assume the sales. 2 choices. If you're sitting on the fence, give it to. Which one do you want? Did you want the tribute or the stylo? I'll take. And every time I do that, you kind of picked one, right? You didn't kind of, all right, I'll take the tribute. See, it's cheaper. And then suggestion. If they sit on the fence, let's get you going with this one. I'm suggesting, I recommend this. And you start the process, don't start too far. And until he stops you, you made the sale. Assume the sale, recommend the sale. He's sitting on the fence, give him a choice. Want the white one or blue one?
Sometimes it does take you out of your comfort zone. Like, so it's not easy to just, today, you're not going to go out there and just start assuming a sale left and right. It's a little bit weird at first because you're just demanding somebody to give you money now. You know what I mean? And that's maybe not something that you're used to, but you will get used to it the more you do it. And the more you'll find the way to do it where you're closing that sale, you're asking for the sale without feeling like you're just yanking.
Stealing.
Exactly.
Yes. You'll feel that you're helpful, and at the end of the day, you're only help. If he's not going to buy, he ain't going to buy. But the good salesman gets that. You got people that are going to buy, you got people that aren't going to buy. there's that big middle who are on the fence. The good salesperson gets the majority of those people on the fence, right? Those people, they're not buying. He works at Metro, he's coming and he's price shopping, right? You can see the purple under his shirt. So he's not buying. Then you got the people walking in, I want the stylo, I want the unlimited plan, give me it all. Boom. He's got 150 bucks in his pocket and you're getting every nickel. Then you got the majority of the people who are coming in and they need your help. You're never going to make somebody buy what they don't want to buy, but you're going to help people make the decision that they really want. It's what they really want it. It's just the difference between $20 or $50 out of their wallet, which they want to give you. And then they'll tell you suck, but you've got their $100 and we're happy. And they're happy too. Once they walk out the door and they start playing with the stylo, they get that stylus out and they got the big screen and they do one of these, they're happy and they'll be back. All right? So what do you think, guys? Good stuff today? You feel good? I mean, you feel like you can take this stuff back, practice it, keep an eye on everybody, and keep trying, because listen, it's not easy. You can do it. I'm telling you, you can do it. Nobody is a born salesman. Nobody is a born salesman. These are sales skills that people learn, right? And then you learn these skills and you practice these skills, just like a soccer player. You got all these soccer players, some are better than the other. God gives them, some people more talent than others, but you also see people that work harder and they're more successful playing soccer than guys that have more of the God-given talent, right? We've all seen that in sports. People that work harder and they're more successful than the guy that's got all the talent in the world. That's the difference. It's the effort and the trying to use these skills that you learned today. We'll do this again as we get past the holidays, and maybe we'll do it again before the tax season. Practice this stuff, get better. You can see, who here has ever watched, what's your favorite movie, or what movie you like? Give me a movie somebody likes.
The Wolf of Wall Street.
Wolf of Wall Street. How many times have you seen it? A couple times. And every time you watch it, don't you pick something new out of it? Right? And that's what this training, you can do this training over and over again. It refreshes your memory and you get better. Maybe you're doing a good job of closing and now you're doing a better job because you're refreshed on it. So maybe after the holidays, between January and February, before we get into tax season, when we go crazy again, we can do something like this for the team. If you liked it, again, you share this information with Jonathan and Arturo. I hope you liked it, hope you enjoyed it, hope you got something out of it. My feelings aren't hurt if you think there's something missing. Share that with Steve and Benny and Nicole, all right? So when you see her, if there's something else you'd like to see added, make sure Arturo and Jonathan know how you feel, and we'll fine tune it. If it's a waste of time, that's fine. I appreciate it. I'm sorry, but if you think we can do better, then let them know, because this is something I'm trying to do for people, just to add value. We try to add as much value as we can to help you guys be more successful. If you're successful, then we're successful. That's the end of the day. That's the bottom line. So I know how hard you're working, and as hard as you're working now, you'll be working even harder as we get close to the holidays, right? That's just that's our job, right? We're working hard, but we're working even harder as we get closer to Thanksgiving and then Christmas, and then we'll take a break in January to get geared up for February. All right? But thank you guys for all your time. I appreciate you guys being attentive. Please give feedback to your managers and your reps. All right? If there's something else you'd like to see, I'd be more than happy to do stuff for you. All right? Other than that, Arturo, did you have some things you wanted to close the guys out with?
Yes, don't leave yet. We have some prizes, and I know a lot of you guys arrived late, so if you want to get something before you leave, go right ahead.
Look at that light. We're back on. Okay, everybody can wake up now. Lights are on. Thank you. Good job, everybody. The applause is for you guys for paying attention and being engaged. Thank you for that. I've been in situations where the guys want to yell. You guys will all have that.
I'm gonna pick up. Oh, put your name on it? No, I just called them. Yep. There's milk and there's sugar here.
sent you an email with that. It doesn't work. It works more than that. Well, Vince.
¿Con lechita? Sí, esta tiene leche. Oh, wait, is it supposed to be for like everybody? I thought it was for just me. A ver, entonces agárralo, tú y Emma. Okay, échale leche.
¿Les llamo?
¿Quién quiere?
I was there.
Oh, good. He didn't see, he didn't even see the deck. I was just like, look at this. He's got a lot of people.
He's like, okay, okay.
Trust me.
It's like, it's about to get like, oh, okay.
It's crazy.
Okay.
Tell us 1 minute.
You look at your video.
Sell
Okay, okay,
So nobody was mean about it, but you can see how this thing can turn into. Like, it's just what I told you, this red, so you don't mind. Sure. So it's still down. Still continue to do it. That's the hard part. I wouldn't say anything.
I'm assuming.
No, I wouldn't say that. His volume.
¿Verdad que sí? Dice, no,
Amiga, me haces uno. Ándale, amiga. Me haces un café. No. Aquí encontré, mira. Miren, lo que trae la lipstick es mío.
No, pues.
Es que me voy a llenar de la loca que por fuera le va a echar una tantita de agua. Ya no va. No tiene. Pero te va a
It's only Delaware, but if there's a lot back in the day, they're giving a lot of There you go. If you get two. Most of that stuff
No
goes
me llegaban a bring home.
Parecemos empezamos bien.
I need it for my little brother. Excuse me,
Let's see your locker.
excuse me.
My little brother has one already.
Jose's
Para mi
all set.
hermanita, yo hice para mi hermanita. Bueno, son muchas
So I'm gonna call the last 3 numbers of the tickets, the last 3 numbers. There's 2 big prizes and then everybody else can just
I tried to
vote,
get
right? We'll do the big prize.
Listen up, guys. Get a free phone. Pero si esto lo tengo ahí guardado.
I mean, we have 2 big prizes.
Right. And you have a nice class.
1, 2, 3.
I had
Ay, no se vale, llegaste tarde.
No. Ya te, ya te.
oye,
1, 3, 4.
Ay.
Oh, I needed those.
1, 2, 8.
You got it. Hey!
Everybody gets a prize, but there's 2 big prizes for the end.
So our tickets go in there again. So our tickets will go back in there again.
1, 3, 1.
Me.
I mean,
Vaya rento.
Yeah, 130.
bien sabes.
Oh, you gotta ask your security question?
Ya nomás damos una
Yeah, I was gonna go.
129.
Oh,
There's
the white
no-
Irish?
Nice.
Oh,
No,
I didn't understand what
what
you
is
were
the
talking about.
Everybody wants a phone or a book bag.
You're like, what? White Irish and Tony and buy or?
No, empecé ese
135.
Let's see you again. Yeah.
Michael, I'm for this too. Michael, take the pass the list. We already had the list.
133.
But because the thing comes out.
Yep.
And it's, oh, I know you're right. No, they just-
So I'm gonna just.
124.
That's because his goes in upstate New York.
124.
124.
He's handed Sean
Last call.
south.
124.
Oh, it's me.
I mean, he still calls me for stuff, for the most part, they kind of split it. And
Their phone is ringing.
126.
you're not doing it, Nicole, because I don't want to get all. You know what I mean? Because I'm talking to you, you understand, right? I don't want her to call and say, what's going on, Michelle?
Yeah.
Last one before the
Keep it
big
little.
prices.
And she has.
132.
Oh, that's me.
I don't have one of those.
So you're putting back
That
the
gives everybody
number?
opportunity.
You think so?
You know what I mean?
I told
Just
her,
the
so
last
what do I
two.
get?
It's like $1,000.
What do you mean the last two?
Right?
Last two
Somebody
tickets.
always
Yeah,
wants
the-
to- Get a big price.
That's the one
You get a
that
better-
I
So, one of our better ARs.
The
You're gonna
phone.
sell it.
Why doesn't mine go back in there? I didn't get that.
127.
The AR.
Oh.
I don't remember.
And the book bag is 125.
Hey,
Something wins.
Why does Trenton always win?
know.
Yeah. We never get nothing.
See, they try hard.
Oh, you found the fucking cream cheese out. I was no, but no, pero es que no hay cuchillo. Eso no lo
I mean, can I go because I need to go to my house and drop some water.
¿Cuál para el knife, no?
Don't seem too happy about it.
You can sell it. Oh, sí, ya, ya ven.
A ver, cuchara.
Or you have a Christmas gift.
Still want the knife?
¿Por qué se ve así
Yes.
con agua?
Porque así está, pero después está afuera. No, porque el mío no se ve así.
No, porque estaba, no, porque ya lo dejaron afuera.
Because of the heat. Is that Steve? Okay, I didn't. Hello.
No, ahí está.
Que no lo pude partir.
How do you do that?
I just cut it myself. Like, with my fingers.
She said you're not both on the way, and I don't want another one for an hour drive.
La leche.
Sí, doña Maquisco.
I was looking for it.
O hubiera comprado
That's all. I just do my job. I just go and.
John.
You only do what you want.
Le deben de dar leche y todo eso.
¿Te lavas las manos? Sí, pero yo me mantengo o el otro. Ay, ¿a quién mandó?
Everything else, I haven't said a word. Oh my gosh. Yeah. You can assume anything, but I have not told anybody.
Yeah, you found
You know what I'm saying?
Sorry, it's not me talking.
Necesito calentarlo.
But yeah.
Un poquito. Güey, deja que el mío mira cómo está y mis fingers.
I think I need to go. That's one joy.
Boy.
Where are we going?
Goes to
Oh.
Karen.
Te lo das a comer,
Te lo das
¿no?
Oh,
Have my dad on the line.
You want me to?
Woo!
Call someone?
Wants to say something. Yeah, Lisa.
You call someone?
This was live stream
De lo que se está perdiendo.
on YouTube.
Where is he sitting?
Okay.
Yo estoy aquí mero mero. Yo me voy a otro lado.
If you guys want to replay by any chance, this is saved basically for YouTube. I'll send the link to everybody. And you can watch it. All right.
Should have given me this stuff out of my ear.
But, hey, again, I just want to thank you guys for getting here early. I know it's not easy. Now you have to put another good work day in after getting up early. And I want to thank you for bringing the, coming in early and taking the time to get better. And I'm really excited for you guys to start executing and getting it done in your stores. So thank you. Thank you again. We have appointments that we kind of got to get going. So I don't know if you got to finish up some meetings, but we do have to be somewhere. And we're kind of right on time. Hopefully we don't have any traffic. So thank you very much. John, thanks a lot for getting everybody in here and leading the way on this. Phone's always on. You got the guys here and Nicole to kind of reach out to, but thanks again.
Okay, bye.
All right? Thanks a lot, guys. Oh, Joe, thanks for the opportunity. We have to be somewhere. We got to be about an hour away. So thank you. Good luck, guys. Good job. Good job.
See you later, guys.
If you guys want to take anything for the road, you guys.
I got a bottle of water. I had breakfast on the way. Thanks. I got an hour drive. I don't want to go to bed.
¿Qué hiciste eso? ¿Lo que te di ayer? Tú ya tienes foto.
All right.
You good? No queme la casa, ¿eh?
¿Qué pasó con la cuñaña? Por bajo. No, she.
Leche, sí, también aquí.
Ya se grabaron, ¿no?
Ah, pues, vaya como.
Oh, no. Well, apparently. Eh? Yes. Bye, best friend. Bye, everyone. Yeah, I can't.
You're
done?
Oh, yeah.
Ay, es que no hubiera despedido de ti. Ya nos dos te hubieras despedido de ti.
No. Trenton has to explain the word.
No, o sea, Trenton, adiós. Como que ya se van saliendo, dijo Arturo. Ya corre, ¿no? Así mismo. Trenton has to be on his way. Dice, no. Sending me pictures. Yeah.
Oh,
It was a live stream thing. It wasn't the live stream. Stalker. Right. Ya paraste, ¿no?
Oye,
No.
Pues sí, ya yo creo.
Esta
Aquí no
vez.
estamos haciendo famosa.
No vas a guardar.
Dice paper.
Oye, su canción de Arturo, oye. You like that?
I don't know, I put Pandora.
There's a lot of leftovers.